Good evening, good evening. This is Marie Holiday, and I hope everybody had a fabulous day today. And before we get into today's lecture, please hit that subscribe button and support and subscribe to my channel. You know, my analytics are telling me I got a lot of viewers who are not subscribed. You know, my analytics can show me my viewers who are subscribers versus my viewers who are subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, it takes a split second to hit that subscribe button and notification button. You know, not subscribing to my channel does not support this channel. So please hit that subscribe button and notification button. And with that being said, let's get down to today's very important lecture. Actually, this is a requested lecture. And I'm going to present the blueprint for writing a book for publication acceptance. I'm going to present 15 pointers on a blueprint for writing a book for publication acceptance. If the audience is aware, I was notified a couple of weeks ago that a book that I've been working on for a year and about 3 months has been accepted by Page Publishing Company. They are the pioneers in the industry. So as we speak, my book, Awake Financial Freedom, is in publication. And as soon as it hit all major bookstores, I will let my followers know. So be on the lookout for that book. But before I get into those 15 pointers, let me open this lecture by stating the following. You may already know what you want to write about, or you may be at a total loss. Either way, you can settle on a book idea by asking yourself some simple questions, which are, what do I want to write about? Simple question, what do I want to write about? What do I feel is important? What is the concept of the book I'm going to write about? You know, I was in a conversation with one of my subscribers in the natural environment, and I found out in listening to her that she's writing a book. And I also shared with her that I recently got my manuscript accepted by a major publishing company, and I have a book in publication as we speak. And one of the first things I asked this subscriber is, what is the concept of your book? And as I listened to that subscriber response, you know, the author, meaning her, really was not even able to describe the concept of the book that the subscriber is working on. So the question, you got to know what the concept of the book that you're going to write about. Because if you don't know what the concept is, then the reader is not going to know what the concept of the book that they're reading. Another question, what do I feel is important to write about? Another question, who will want to read about my story or my subject or my topic? And another most important question, will I be able to carry out this idea effectively throughout the entire book? You know, those are some very thought-provoking questions to ask yourself in the beginning stage of, or before you even start writing down the first word. Because in writing a book, it does not matter if you are a first-time author or you have already written several books that are sold in bookstores. You gotta be able to answer those questions. Also, as a author, whether you've written a book or this is your first book, you have got to be prepared to set aside time to sit down, to brainstorm. You got to write, edit, rewrite, edit, cut, add, and rewrite again. If you choose to go to you can also choose to go to a book writing workshop. So I don't care if you're a first-time writer or you've written books before, you have got to be prepared to do that. You got to be prepared to put the work in. I'm here to tell you, can't nobody do that for you. The publishing company cannot do all that for you in terms of setting aside time to sit down and to brainstorm and to write and to edit and to rewrite and to cut and erase. You got to put the work in. You may have to rewrite and rewrite some more until you have completed the final manuscript to your book to submit to the selected publishing company. I made so many edits and rewrite and erasing on my first draft. I spent months doing that. It's better to write the initial first draft manuscript handwritten in pencil versus typing, because you're brainstorming, you're jotting things down, you're writing, you're erasing, and all of that, especially for that initial rough draft manuscript. The final edit manuscript is better to type into one large Word document. That would be the final completed manuscript, is what is going to go to the publishing company for review and or acceptance. My final manuscript, once I did all the blood, sweat, and tears of handwritten, I sat down and put it in one big Word document, ready to ship out to the publisher. So now I'm going to present to the world 15 pointers on the blueprint for writing a book for publication acceptance. The blueprint for writing a book or writing a manuscript for publication acceptance. That manuscript, which is the book for publication acceptance. And all 15 of these tips I use to get my book approved by the publishing company. Number one, pay attention. First of all, you got to start by setting up your writing environment. Meaning, you got to set up a certain area in your home where you will do your writing. That's very important. Number two, develop a writing habit, meaning such as every Saturday or every Friday or every Monday on which you will be writing your book, your manuscript. So develop a writing habit to start, such as every Saturday or whichever day you choose to select to start writing your book. Number three, create a book outline to start writing. Chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, and on, and give each chapter a title. Number 4, focus on writing your book only. Don't try to write like someone else who has already published a book. Each person in this world have their own unique writing style, unique to that person. As a supervisor on my job, I have to approve reports by many people who I supervise. And I can literally read one of the people who I supervise report. And if you were to cover the name on that report, I would know which supervisee wrote that report, because each person in this world got their own unique writing style. Number 5, maintain your focus at the start. Don't get sidetracked or become lazy. You gotta stay focused. Don't let everything pull you away from your writing time. Number 6, schedule book writing time, such as every Saturday from 12 noon to 2. You got to be specific. 2 hours every Saturday. Be specific with your time. I spent 2 hours every Saturday for over a year working on my book. From noon to 2. Deal with writing. Number 7, deal with writing distractions, meaning address areas of concern as they come up, so you can return to your writing schedule as soon as possible. So when things come up, you may have to momentarily stop and deal with it and address it, so it won't become such of a distraction it gets you off course. Number 8, execute, meaning start writing your book. It is recommended to write the first rough draft, old-fashioned, handwritten paper and pencil. You gotta have a good eraser. That's very important. And I'm gonna get an audience an example. This is my first manuscript, handwritten, right here. Blood, sweat, and tears. This is my first hard copy of my manuscript right here. And it's symbolic. I'm going to keep this. I put a lot of work into this first hard copy manuscript, which is handwritten. Number 9, research publishing companies. Do your own due diligence prior to selecting a publisher. And you got to do that. I spent about 3 months on just researching different publishing companies. And number 10, once you have done all of that and you have the final, this is my typed version of my manuscript right here, submit your completed manuscript in one Word document versus handwritten. This is my handwritten manuscript, and this is my typed manuscript. So this is a lot of work, I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. So number 10, you're going to submit your completed manuscript in one Word document versus handwritten directly to the publisher. Number 11, I'm going to present 8 respected publishers that was itself unsolicited manuscripts, meaning they will receive manuscripts from first-time authors or established authors. Number 1, and like I said, I'm just doing my research on this, but you got to choose on what direction you're going to go. Number 1 is Page Publishing. That's the publishing company I selected. Number 2, a publishing company by the name of Holiday House. Number 3, DAW. That's the acronym for that name of that publishing company. Number 4, Chronicle Books. Number 5, Persea Books. Number 6, Flashlight Press. Number 7, Seven Stories. And number 8, Dole Key Archive Press. I just did a quick research on that and found the name of 8 publishing companies that will accept unsolicited manuscripts. Now, with my publishing company that I went with, they will review your manuscript and they make the decision on whether or not they're going to accept it. Again, with number 12 corner, do your own research, do your own due diligence about which publisher you decide to use and to submit your manuscript. Number 13 corner, the publishing company will review the manuscript and make the determination. If they accept your manuscript to move forward to publication, the publishing company will make the decision, not the author. Corner 14, if the publishing company accepts the manuscript prior to moving forward to publication, the publishing company and the author must enter into an agreement. Both parties must sign the agreement before the publishing company can move forward with publishing the book. This is my agreement with my publishing company right here. Both parties have to sign. And point 15, I just want to point out that I literally spent 3 months researching various publishing companies before I made the decision to select Page Publishing, the pioneer publishing company in the industry. I completed my research and due diligence. I did not go by the word of someone else. That's an individual decision the author got to make before they move forward. Because writing a book is a lot of work. It takes a lot of sacrifice. You got to block out time. You got to be focused. And that's the blueprint, ladies and gentlemen. This is the blueprint. These are all of these pointers. I'm here to tell you, I use every last one of these pointers, all 15, in order to get my book ready to submit the manuscript, submit to the publishing company that I chose. My manuscript got accepted. My book is in publication. This is the blueprint right here. But I tell anyone, you got to do the work, you got to do the sacrifice, you got to do the time, and because you only get out what you put in. If you put nothing in, you will get nothing out. So with that being said, Simplify, Simple Fidelis, hit that subscribe button. I hope that was helpful. Send me comments, send me questions. And with that being said, Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great evening.